Have you ever prayed for something and felt like heaven was completely silent? You wait, you hope, you cry, but nothing happens. Maybe you're asking, God, where are you? Why are you taking so long? What if I told you that God's delays are not his denials, that his timing is not just random, but absolutely perfect, even when it feels painful, even when it feels unfair, even when it hurts the most? In today's video, I want to share with you why God's timing is never late, never early, but always right on time. And by the end of this message, I believe you'll see your waiting season differently. Point 1. God's view of time is different from ours. We measure time in hours, days, and years, but God sees eternity all at once. 2 Peter 3 verse 8 reminds us, "With the Lord, a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years are like a day." What feels like a long delay to you is just a moment in God's eternal plan. Illustration. Talk about Joseph. 13 years from betrayal to the palace. To Joseph, it looked like delay. To God, it was perfect preparation. Point 2. Waiting prepares us for what we ask for. Sometimes the blessing is ready, but we're not ready for the blessing. God doesn't just want to give you what you're asking for. He wants you to be mature enough to handle it. Just like you wouldn't hand car keys to a child, God won't place something in your life that could destroy you before it builds you. Bible example. David anointed as king, but had to wait years before sitting on the throne. God used that time to shape his character. Point 3. God uses delays for greater glory. Sometimes God allows us to wait so that when the answer comes, no one can take the credit except him. Think of Lazarus. Jesus waited 4 days before showing up. To Mary and Martha, it looked cruel, but to God, it was a perfect setup for a greater miracle. He wanted to show them he wasn't just a healer. He was a resurrection and the life. Delays can feel painful, but they make room for God's power to be revealed in greater ways. Point 4. Pain in the waiting produces deeper faith. Faith that is never tested cannot grow. In waiting seasons, we learn to trust God's heart even when we cannot trace his hand. Romans 5 verses 3-4 says, "We rejoice in our sufferings because suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character, and character, hope." What you call delay, God calls development. Friend, maybe you're waiting right now for healing, for a job, for a spouse, for an answer that seems to be taking forever. I want you to know this. God has not forgotten you. His timing may not match your calendar, but it matches his perfect plan. When it finally happens, you will realize that every tear, every prayer, every moment of waiting was worth it, because God's timing is always perfect, even when it hurts. If this message encouraged you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that subscribe button and join this family of faith where we share daily hope and inspiration. And let me know in the comments, what are you waiting on God for right now? I'd love to pray with you.